blockade, saying that right now there are 41 tankers with 69 million barrels of oil that the Iranian regime can't sell. It's estimated at $6 billion plus, from which Iran's leadership cannot financially benefit. Blockade highly effective. U.S. forces remain fully committed in that environment. Again, Admiral Brad Cooper on that. Dan Arbell to talk about that, former Deputy Chief of Mission, Israeli Embassy in D.C., a scholar in residence at the Center for Israeli Studies at American University. So put it all together, and it all equals what? We're going to be here for a while? Seems like it.
Yeah, I imagine so. Look, the blockade is effective, but it's not 100% doing the job. I mean, it's not airtight. I mean, the Iranians are managing, despite all the losses, to, get some oil, crude oil, and just oil shipments out. Nevertheless, they are, as Admiral Cooper indicated, losing hundreds of millions of dollars on a weekly basis.
Right.
This is inflicting a lot of pain on them, for sure.
I don't think anybody doubts that. I mean, over and over showing their currency and the big decline against the U.S. dollar and the record low. It's on the telestrator again. So yes, all of that is true. Unemployment is through the roof. Inflation is a disaster, but that does not necessarily mean, to use the president's language that we mentioned earlier in the hour, that they're going to just say, uncle, that they're crying uncle anytime soon, because it's pain tolerance. And who has a larger pain tolerance right now, do you think?
So I think, yeah, it's absolutely that's the case. I think that, look, in the short term, U.S. is dominating, and the fact that the U.S. naval presence is there for a while, then that's helpful. But exactly what you said, Iranian resistance is it's known, and they're counting on the fact that Trump will blink first. That's what they're hoping for, at least. And so they can believe that they can hold on for a while until Trump decides to call it victory and go home.
Yeah, what about Lebanon in the middle of all of this? I can't even believe we can call that a ceasefire with all the strikes we keep reporting and the back and forth we keep reporting on. Latest headline comes from Trump, the president, who has now told Netanyahu, the prime minister, to only do quote-unquote surgical strikes, okay, in Lebanon. I'm sure that could be interpreted in more than one way, but what do you think he's trying to do there?
I think the president is signaling to Netanyahu that he's watching what Israel is doing, and that he's unhappy with the fact that Israel is violating the ceasefire. Of course, he's not happy that Hezbollah is violating as well, but he wants Israel to be restrained and be, target surgically different areas in which Hezbollah operates, but he doesn't want this entire ceasefire to fall apart. And it's got another 2 weeks to go, and he's trying to advance negotiations behind the scenes to get things going and disarming Hezbollah and to try and stabilize things. And so Israel's handling of behavior is not helping his strategy.
Right, doesn't seem like it. Enter Vladimir Putin in the middle of all of this, who Trump spoke to today on the phone, and he talked about how he could help with Iran and everything else, and said this. Here's the president.
He told me he'd like to be involved with the enrichment if he can help us get it. I said I'd much rather have you be involved with ending the war with Ukraine. To me, that would be more important.
Which is another issue which doesn't seem to be making any progress. But this idea, what do you make of Russia or even China and how they're making out in this situation?
Honestly, I think that Russia and China, in this case, in this crisis, are on the sidelines. They're not really contributing to any constructive resolution of the conflict, and they're just kind of helping Iran as much as they can and helping.
But they're not winners in it, or maybe China is more than Russia. I don't know.
I'm sorry?
But you wouldn't describe them as winners, like that they're coming away as winners?
No, not at all. Not at all winners. I think that they're happy that the U.S. is engaged in this fight, and it's wasting resources and weapons and tension away from their issues. But they're certainly not winners.
Dan, thank you as always. Dan Arbell, we'll keep watching it. As we said at the beginning, it does look like we're going to be talking about it for quite a while. It's been a busy day here across News Nation in the Hills coming up.